check. Here, check your booty.
All right, let's go.
What's up, guys? My name is Brian. I'm your host of the Dirtbag Chronicles. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm extremely happy that I am here, and I'm glad to share this moment with you guys. This is the opening of the Dirtbag Chronicles, episode 1. So I just kind of want to jump in to what this is all about. You know, I've got a lot of comments and people come up to me and say, why would you choose the title Dirtbag? Well, because I'm a recovering addict. And this is going to be a podcast dedicated directly for the suffering addicts, the addicts that are in recovery, and just the low-life people that have come back with stories that are amazingly told and that need to be shared. So let's get into what does a dirtbag mean? And kind of looked up what does a dirtbag mean on urbandictionary.com, because the internet has all the answers and Urban Dictionary has all the slang terms. So let's get right to it. So on urbandictionary.com, shout out, a dirtbag is a person who is committed to a given, usually extreme, lifestyle to the point of abandoning employment and other societal norms in order to pursue said lifestyle. Dirtbags can be distinguished from hippies by the fact that dirtbags have a specific reason for their living communally and generally non-hygienically, and dirtbags are seeking to spend all of their moments pursuing their lifestyle. And I kind of wanted to go back to that last little phrase right there. Dirtbags are seeking to spend all of their moments pursuing their lifestyle. And a dirtbag is lost in active addiction. A dirtbag has done things that they are not proud to tell others, in a form of saying, this is where my morals stand. This is where I am proud to be at. So when we're living that dirtbag lifestyle, and we do some horrible things. And before I go any further, I want to make sure that everybody knows this is going to be some extremely graphic content. There is no censorship here. The stories that you're going to hear on this show are definitely going to make you shake your head, look down on some of these experiences that we're going to share. It's going to make you look at us a different way. But all of that judgment, that is for you to judge. And I strongly suggest that you have no judgment on anybody that comes on this show or myself as well. Because I'm going to be very raw. I'm going to be very real. And I'm going to be 100% honest with all of my people that follow me and support me and that want to encourage others to do the same. This is kind of where I came up with this whole idea. I wanted to dedicate this podcast to addicts and recovering addicts that have lived that dirtbag lifestyle. And, I have some dirtbag shit, and I can't be the only one out there that has had these experiences. So I'm sure that there's many of you, hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, just about everybody in the world can relate to not just my experience, but anybody that I have on the show. You can relate to that experience as well. And that's what we're doing, in my program that I'm working. The first step to all of it is becoming honest. And when I become honest, I can share things that I'm not proud of. I can share these stories and share my experiences with people I don't even know because I'm okay with it. And so being honest on this show is going to which I hope that it helps you become honest with yourself as well, and know that it's okay to share the dirtbag shit that we've done in our past, and it's okay. And this is how you make amends to it, by reaching out, being vocal, telling people what you've done. And I'm not saying you have to tell your deepest, darkest secret, but I am saying, in a sense, just be honest about what you have experienced and what you've done, and the power of letting that go, and being and accepting that and being okay with that is probably one of the strongest strengths in the world and in this physical existence. So, uh like I said, the guests that are going to be on the show, they're going to share that dirtbag lifestyle, and there are probably going to be some war stories or whatever you want to call it. But what we're also going to share to back that up is our comeback story, how we overcame these struggles and what we had to go through to realize that we were even dirtbag lowlifes. And so that is the most important part of this whole podcast, is to hear about the failures, hear about the trials, hear about the tribulations, but then also hear that one success to those million fails. And that right there is the miracle. And it is to be able to be sitting here and tell you, look, I fell down, I busted my ass, I went through prison, I went through a divorce, I went through breakups, I went through losing my kids, I went through losing every important relationship that ever meant anything to me. And by that happening, it also allowed me to understand how important some of those things were. So that is the gist of it. Like, that is what's important of this show, is to hear that there are other people out there and they are failing miserably. But to know that the miracle can come from that, and the comeback is coming, you just have to stay focused, you have to stay moving forward. That is where the miracle happens. The miracle is not the outcome. The miracle is the process. And so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be sharing the process with you, and what can come out of that process. And so but all right, so let's move on. And so, some people ask why I wanted to name it Dirtbag Chronicles, and I kind of just went over that, but I'm going to go over that a little bit more. And that's because I feel like this show will allow others to be honest. And when I say others, I mean other past dirtbags. Anybody that comes on this show, I mean, I can't say that anybody that comes on this show isn't a dirtbag, but they are doing things to come out of that dirtbag lifestyle. And if they haven't, I definitely want them on this show, because that's going to give them that chance to be raw and real and honest, and actually allow others to see what the fuck they're actually going through, and because that struggle is real, y'all. Like, I cannot explain that enough. This struggle is real. And I'm going to kind of go over the statistics of here in a little bit, of like how many people are actually dying of overdose. The fentanyl epidemic is insane, bro. Like, it is killing people left and right. Like, every second of the day, somebody's dying of a drug overdose, of opiate overdose, and if they're not dying physically, they're definitely dead spiritually, you know. But this show isn't for everyone, and if it's not for you, I know you know someone else that it is for. So I ask that you share that, and invite others that are definitely going through this struggle to come and watch and listen, and maybe this could be the saving grace. But being honest is part. Being honest part is the understanding of where I came from, and I want to admit that to others so that I can move forward. And so anybody on this show, that's the purpose of that, is allowing others to be heard so that they can move forward and move on. Because if you can't be honest with yourself, you'll never be honest with anyone else. And so it starts here, starts now. So the guests that I invite on this show, they will tell some stories that might make you blush or shake your head or even frown upon. But this show is a source for us to move past that and help others know and understand that they're not alone. We are not alone. We have each other. We all are one. We're all connected, and we all share these experiences in life together. So let's try to make it enjoyable. All right. So if you've never lived a life of addiction, this will be a show hard for you to accept. These stories just might be absurd, and that's okay. If you don't like it, don't watch it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to comment it. You don't have to support this show. But all of you people that are out there that can relate to this shit and get something from it, I ask for your support. I beg you for your support because I can't do this alone. I need you. So please share this. Please like it. Please comment it and help me move forward. Um, Understand that there are tons of people. And when I say tons, literally millions of fucking people out there suffering right now in this moment. And it's sad. And your voice could actually be the voice that helps others, that saves a life. And if all you had to say was a simple phrase like, I love you, I'm here for you, I support you, and that saved a life, come on, man. That doesn't cost shit. That doesn't cost anything. All you have to do is tell somebody you love them or give them a hug or lift them up some way. And that's what we want to do here on this show. So, kind of get into the statistics as I was talking about. So, the overdose statistic, and now I got this from Google, so you can look it up yourself. But Google's always right, right? I mean, anytime I've got a fucking question, I ask Google for the answer, and it gives me a good enough answer for me to move forward. So, I'm not sure exactly where this statistic came from, but Google. But the overdose statistic is around 107,500 people die in a 12-month period. And this is as August 31st, 2022. Now, here's the crazy part. At a rate of 294 deaths per day. 294 deaths per day. That's insane. And like the biggest strength there is you. Like all you have to do is like reach out to these people that are suffering however you can, use whatever source you can, whatever tool you can, whether that's a message on Facebook or a text message or a phone call or just stopping by the person that's outside the gas station or at the light panhandling and trying to hustle up some kind of dollar so they can get their fix. Like I understand, man. I've been there. I have been suffering like that, and I'm sure a lot of you have too. But just let them know that there's hope, man. Uh, Come from a dope dealer and become a hope healer. You know what I'm saying? Like lift these souls up, man. These souls depend on you. They're counting on you. And you never know who could be in that disguise of that physical body. Like that could be your guardian angel. Or that could be that boost of motivation for you to move forward in your life by just helping someone else. Um, so I also want to kind of go into a little bit about me. I did this on It podcast when I first got out of the reentry program, and shout out to It podcast. That team has really helped me get started and moving forward, and I couldn't get any better support. But So my name is Brian Donahoe. My ADC number is 171488. I just did a 2-year bid down at Grimes Unit and reentry which that reentry program really helped give me the resources and the tools and the mentality and gain myself back spiritually and all of the above. So I want to shout out to ADC. And the next shout out I want to do is shout out to my snitch, the person that told on me. Thank you. You saved my fucking life. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, I don't know who you are. Um, and I can't even put a name on it. But if I saw you and I found out who it was, I'm probably going to hug your neck off in love, not anger, because, dude, you couldn't have told on a better person, because you didn't just save one life. Like, you probably are going to save thousands and thousands and thousands of lives for telling on me, for turning me in, probably to save your own ass from jail time or whatever it is. I don't care. But hopefully I can turn around and save you too. You know what I'm saying? If you're still out there struggling, maybe you're not, maybe you're doing great and all of the above. But so my name's Brian. I'm 36. I've been to Arkansas Department of Corrections twice. You know, I'm not necessarily your violent criminal. The first time I went down, I went for a domestic battery charge. It's not something I'm proud of. You know, this is the kind of attitude and behavior that comes with being a fucking dirtbag. And this podcast is to tell the story and be honest about that dirtbag lifestyle. These are the chronicles of a dirtbag, you know. So so I I got a 3-year sentence for the domestic violence charge. You know, just it was horrible. It was all over alcohol, and but my addiction started way before that. I think my addiction probably started when I've probably always been an addict. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just it's a disease, and that disease, I don't know if I completely agree with it being genetically or whatever. Uh, but you know, I'm sure there'd be some people that could come and fact check me and tell me that, oh no, it's all here in the brain and it comes from the long line of family. And because I come from a good fucking family, like my family are, you know, we're privileged, I guess. We have great morals. They come from hard work and dedication and taking care of their family, and you know, they're highly looked upon in their society and community. And really, I'm the black sheep. I'm the black sheep of it all. Uh, but I was asked a question a couple days ago, which really struck me kind of hard. And that question was, dude, you had a okay. So she messaged me and she told me, she goes, like, I don't understand where it went all wrong. Like, you have a great family, you're good looking, you've had everything you ever wanted, you know, you had great support. Why did you turn to drugs? And you know, like, I had to think about that a couple days, and I don't think I fall under the category at that time when I started using drugs as using to cope with trauma or cope with feelings that were just making me feel depressed and like shit, you know. Like, I started using when I was 14. I started smoking weed and you know, the hard drugs. But and it gradually went from uh pot to alcohol. And I used to become popular, I guess. Like, I used to for social status, to gain friends, to hang out, to and really it was because I was bored. Now that I'm older and I look back at that, like, it's because I'm fucking bored. But you know, then it went from pot to alcohol, which it actually started with cigarettes. You know, like I can say that like cigarettes was the gateway to everything else. But I started popping a lot of pills, like, and like I was the drug addict at that time, which I didn't really understand what a drug addict was, but like I was the drug addict that would go look through the medicine cabinet and just take a bunch of shit that I didn't even know what it was, just to see if I could get an effect on it, or just to go through like the motion of like popping the bottle, popping the top off the pill bottle, and just fucking eating as many of them as I could, and then telling my homeboys about it. Be like, "Yo, man, I just ate like 25 vitamin C pills. Like, I didn't get anything from it, but whatever." But I would tell them like, "I'm so fucked up right now." But that's where it really started, you know. And then when I was 16, uh, I really started like dabbling with like coke and MDMA, um, ecstasy. Um, I was drinking a lot more. Like I was pretty much quit going to school. You know, like that's where all the behavior came from. And really it was to fucking be cool, to be socially accepted and hang out with that cool crowd or whatever, because like I wanted to be cool, man. Like I don't know how other way to say that. But and then when I was 17, uh after I had done an experience with like coke and X and Molly and all that other shit, like I was ready for another feel. Like I needed to feel something different. I wanted to experience all the drugs. And I smoked meth for the first time, which, you know, meth eventually became my DOC, my drug of choice. And but that was for years to come. And but so really all I wanted to do was just fucking party. Like I wanted to party, 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 and hang out and have fun or whatever. And like if I would have known what I know now, like that wasn't having fun. Like that was gonna lead me down a life of agony, of pain, of suffering. But I'm still fucking grateful that I went through that. Like I wouldn't go back and I wouldn't change shit about what I went through. I wouldn't change anything about it. But so when I was 20 years old, I moved to West Virginia, Parkersburg, shout out. Um and I met a girl up there, and I was still smoking a lot of weed. Like I was a pretty big pothead, and I started selling a little bit of weed and just kind of making a little movement in that community with that. I was doing okay at it, I guess. I mean, whatever that fucking means, successful at drug dealing. But and so I was still drinking a lot. I would drink every chance I could get, and I started mixing a lot of Xanax, uh, any kind of benzo, really. Like, still, I'm like anything I can get my fucking hands on, I'm trying to pop because I'm trying to feel good. Like, when I feel good, I can be socially accepted and I can have the balls to say whatever it is that I want to say, and I can be loud and I can all this other shit. So, really, it was the addiction came from wanting to be socially accepted because, like, growing up, man, like I was kind of a fucking dork. And I gladly admit that, you know, like I was picked on a lot. And it was because I was socially awkward. But like once I put that drug in me or that alcohol in me, uh, like people liked me or they didn't like me, and I just didn't give a fuck if they liked me. And that's kind of where that came from. And see, talking about this shit, like this is probably the first time I have come out and said all this shit. And like it makes me feel fucking good. So the purpose of this show is fucking living up. It's exactly what I wanted to do with it. I want to make this show as real as I fucking can. And I want to start it just like I would do the last show as the first show, which I'm sure the progress on it will get a lot better. But advertisement, you know, this show does cost me fucking money, and I want to try to get you guys to follow me and like me and boost this up so I can gain a sponsor. I would like to gain many sponsors so I can put advertisements out there, and then I want you guys to buy whatever the fuck it is that I advertise. So this week, this show is sponsored by me, myself, and I. So go to indiemusic.org/dirtbag and order our merchandise. We've got cups, coffee cups, t-shirts, hats, bandanas, stickers. I'm even wanting to do panties and underwear. So find it as sexual as you want, but it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. So we just want you to represent the Dirtbag Chronicles and your comeback story of that dirtbag life if you were so caught up in that. Also, huge shout out to Indie Music Studio. They are a nonprofit, and nonprofits clearly are not in business to make a profit. So the studio is actually needing your support and your help. So go to indiemusic.org/donate and make a fucking donation. It's not that hard. You don't need the Starbucks coffee. You don't need the pack of cigarettes. Put $5 towards something that is positive and is providing a message and helping. I mean, they do music therapy here. They do podcasts. They do recordings, band rehearsals, all kinds of things to help support the community in a positive way. So fuck your local drug dealer. Come support your local studio. I'm in West Virginia, and I'm with this girl, and I knock her up, and I have a child. You know, this is part of the show that, like, it's hard to talk about because this is that real, raw, 100% honesty shit that is very uncomfortable. So I don't know who is listening or who will listen or who I'm telling all my dirty secrets and airing out all my laundry. But I've come to a point in my recovery where I don't give a fuck. Like, this isn't for you. This is for me. And if this is the avenue that I choose to take it and you don't like it, go ahead and pause it, stop it, throw it away, throw your phone at the fucking wall. This is for me, not you. Hopefully you can use it for you. My son is 13 years old. His name is Braden. And if you ever watch this, Braden, I love you with all of my heart. I've never forgot about you. And I'm so sorry for not being there. But God had a different plan for me. And God has had a different plan for you. And that time to make those amends to you are going to come. And so I'm very, very grateful for being able to say this on camera. But anyways, me and his mother fought like nonstop, cats and dogs. And when we would argue, I would be drunk or on Xanax, and I would go butt fucking wild. And the cops would get called. Well, in West Virginia, if the cops get called to a domestic, somebody's going to fucking jail. Somebody's getting charged with it. They don't play or take that lightly. as they should. Domestic violence is a serious fucking issue, and it's the main cause of that is usually induced by alcohol or drugs. And so that's my story, and that's how the domestic started. I said a lot of hurtful things and used physical force, which I'm not proud to say any of that. But over and over again, I think I didn't I don't think I know I had two uh domestic batteries against my son's mother, and both times it was all induced by my addiction. And being in that addiction, that causes me to be a fucking dirtbag. Like, that is dirtbag shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, no matter how much I wanted to change that dirtbag tendency, I couldn't, because I didn't understand that I was being that way because of the addiction. But I decided to go to college, and me and his mother split, and I moved to Nelsonville, Ohio, where Hocking College is, and was 25 years old, living in the dorms, selling as much cocaine as I could, as much weed as I could, as many fucking pills as I could, selling anything I could possibly sell just to feed that addiction. And I was doing really well at school at first, and the grades were up. All of these things were up, and I'm going to see if I can't find the mugshot of the end of this little college story. But I was getting hammered drunk and ended up catching a public intox, which the story on that is pretty funny. In the dorms, we're not supposed to have alcohol or anything, and I don't really remember all the details, but I'm going to try to tell it the best I can, just for your entertainment purposes and mine too. But I was up in the like kitchen area, and I fell down the stairs and like smashed my face on this. And I hope we can find this mugshot, because my eye is just fucking swollen black and blue. But I fall down the stairs, hit my face, and who knows what kind of shit I was talking or whatever. But they called the cops on me because I'm standing out in front of the dorms with my pants, underwear, pants, everything at my ankles, and I'm pissing and I'm wobbling, and I just fall straight down on my face, and I'm just laying there. And this is fucking Ohio. It's cold as fuck, but I didn't care. Thank God for the alcohol to keep me warm, I guess. Probably my own piss, but whatever. And so they call the cops on me, and I make it back to my dorm, walk down the hallway and everything. And I'm in my dorm. I probably had forgot about all of that whole thing that just happened, but I'm in my dorm, and the cops, or I didn't know it's the cops at the time, but the cops come and knock on my door, and I'm like, keep on knocking, but you can't come in. And they're like, open up, it's the police. And I'm like, keep on knocking, but you can't come in. So finally I open the fucking door, and I tell them all to come in. I'm like, all right, come on in, come on in. And as soon as they got in, like, I opened the fucking door back, and I was like, now get the fuck out. And like, so by that time I have these cops like laughing hysterically, because I guess they understood that they are on a college campus and college kids are going to be college kids. But I'm so wasted, so fucking wasted. My roommate, my dorm mate, they asked him, and they're like, hey, will you watch him so we don't have to take him to jail? And he's like, fuck no. So like, that just shows you, like, I was fucking shit faced. I was drunk. And who knows how many fucking pills I'd ate that day. But they take me to jail. They book me in. Uh, and again, if we can find that mugshot, that'd be great. But you know, that part of the story is like just shows like I have a son. I have all these like real responsibilities, but I'm so caught up in this lifestyle that like I don't give a fuck about any of that. Like all I gave a fuck about was getting high, popping pills, trying to to explore sexually. You know, I tried to use that whole term the most respectful way I possibly could. And I didn't care about the responsibilities, and that's what a dirtbag is. Like a dirtbag is like where you're stuck in that lifestyle and you push everything that is important or morally right to you that I had been taught, you know, and I can only speak for me, but I put all that to the side just to feed this dirtbag shit that I was so caught up in and so attracted to. But I lose the I get kicked out of school for that whole arrest. I lose my dorm. I mean they fucking kicked me out of school. There's no other better way to say that. So I moved back to Tulsa or moved to Tulsa, stay with my mom, and get a job. And I'm still drinking. I'm still drugging, but I've moved away from my son, and that was like to me it hadn't hit home. It hadn't been real yet because I was still caught up in the lifestyle of just fucking off, not being responsible for shit. And when I go to Tulsa, like it puts a space between me and his mother and my son, and now she has full control, total control over everything. And so fast forward a little bit over the years, we we're still on this no talking, and I guess it had been a couple of years since I had talked to my son, maybe not that long, but um they I get a phone call one day, and it's his grandmother, and she tells me, hey, I just want to let you know, um your Braden has been adopted by Lindsay's husband. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I remember I was driving that day and I had to pull over on the side of the road, and like it hit me. And I was like, fuck everything, you know, fuck it all. And so I drank more and more and more, and that was my excuse to drink. And then one day, somebody introduced me to methamphetamine. And I think I'm like 27 at this time. And so I'm getting high as fuck. And like when you first start getting high, you can't handle it. And like, so I'm like getting high off of just a little bit all day, every day. And my eyes are fucking bugging out, and everybody knows I'm high. And I'm thinking nobody knows I'm high. You know what I'm saying? And so I started off with a great job. You know, I'm working for my dad as doing sales, business to business, selling technology, IT. I've got my own apartment. I've got a truck. I mean, I've got all this shit. And as soon as I started touching the dope, like all my attention, all my focus went to the drug addiction. And then everything else fell behind. Like, so all of this shit that I had, all of these aspirations and goals that I was trying to achieve, all that shit went out the window, and the drugs just took over. And before you know it, I'm fucking homeless without a vehicle, and I'm living on the streets, and I fucked up all the relationships that I had, and especially the most important one, which was with my dad, because that was he's my rock, man. Like like a lot of guys, you know, are mama's boys. Well, I'm not a mama's boy. Like I'm a daddy's boy, and like I fucked that up, and that shit. made me use more. I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just going to use this and use this and use this and use this. And so it started filling that void that I wasn't getting from the relationships or the life or the career that I had once looked so highly upon. And so now I'm running the streets with all the other dirt bags in the town. And I get introduced to the needle, and I'm sold on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck smoking it, fuck snorting it. Like, that's no fun. I can shoot this shit, and it fucking hit me like that. The rush is awesome. And now I'm with the big boys. I'm up on another level because I'm doing dope the real way. That's the sick shit that I was thinking. And so one thing leads to another, and eventually, I'm going from hotel room to hotel room, uh, traveling with a backpack, no matter where I could go, and getting kicked out of the hotel room, having to be out by 11 o'clock, having no fucking money, not having a cell phone, walking wherever the fuck it was I needed. And at one point, like, I had a dog and a girlfriend, and now I'm trying to take care of fucking two other beings, and when I can't even take care of myself, and I'm just trying to feed my addiction. But so anyways, I'm kind of all over the place, but this is the first time I've really ever told my story, and I'll probably have to pick this back up on another show. But this is just the reality of what it's like to be a fucking dirtbag, and there's hope at the end of this tunnel. There's so much fucking hope. We're just, when we're lost in that dirtbag lifestyle, when we're lost in that addiction, that active addiction, we can't see it because our eyes are closed, and it just takes something to happen for you to understand that you're at rock bottom. And I was listening to something the other day, and it was talking about rock bottom, and my rock bottom might be different from your rock bottom, but rock bottom, what it is when something happens that brings you to an understanding that enough is enough. Rock bottom isn't when you stop digging or when you've lost everything and you've gone back and you've lost everything. Like, that's not rock bottom. Rock bottom is that understanding of, like, fuck, I've got to do something different. Like, I'm worth more. Rock bottom is finding that value and worth in yourself and being like, this ain't it. That's not what the fuck I'm trying to achieve in life. So when you find your rock bottom, when you come to that understanding, whenever it's time, right now might not be your time. Fuck, this life might not be your time. But when it is time, remember that it's not anything that happens to you. It's that duh moment, that aha moment of, like, I'm finding that worth and that value in yourself. So that's my definition of rock bottom. But I really, really hope that you guys are going to be able to gain something from this show and be able to take whatever it is and pass it on, because it's not, I think with the program, what it talks about is the only way that we can keep what we have is by giving it away. And that's the secret, and that's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to provide a resource for others to gain something from this and move on and have that rock bottom understanding of what the fuck's really going on. So there's plenty more to come. I really appreciate all of your time and just paying attention and listening, and I hope you liked it. If you don't, go fuck yourself. No, I don't really mean that. But please go to my Facebook page and like my page. Fucking do it right now, motherfucker. Support me, please. Fuck. I don't know any other fucking way to ask you for that. But Thank you so much, guys. Shout out to ND Music. Thank you for letting me come here and record today, giving me the opportunity. Shout out to all the recovering addicts in the world. I love you guys. Shout out to the motherfuckers still out there struggling. The struggle is real. We love you. Reach out. Thank you very much. You have a great day.